Good to go.
Good to go.
We're heading out to the big pond. We're going to go out on the north side of the mouth of the Columbia River and fish off of what's called Cape Disappointment. Try to get ourselves a few Chinooks today.
My name is Pam. I'm from Roseville, California. This is Happy Fishing Day.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm from Northern California as well.
Hi, I'm Rick. I'm from Milwaukee, Oregon.
Sean. I'm from Portland.
Brian Willard, Tacoma, Washington.
Today's fishing adventure takes us just outside the mouth of the Columbia River, where we'll be fishing for coho or silver salmon. Salmon belong to a family of fish called salmon ID. This family appeared between 30 and 50 million years ago, with modern salmon appearing in the fossil record about 6 million years ago. All species of salmon are anadromous, which means adults migrate from the ocean to freshwater streams to deposit their eggs. Coho adults return to the Columbia in the fall of their third year. The female may dig several reds and will deposit a total of 3,000 to 4,000 eggs.
So if we jump over, grab that bag.
A brief stop before the Columbia River Bar to hand out life jackets.
We're heading out into the ocean right now. We're crossing the Columbia River Bar, the most dangerous bar in the world.
Here we go. Oh, now we're in the bar.
The Columbia Bar is a system of bars and shoals at the mouth of the Columbia River spanning Oregon and Washington. The bar is about 3 miles wide and 6 miles long. The bar is where the river's current dissipates into the Pacific Ocean, often as large standing waves. Unlike other major rivers, the current is focused like a fire hose without the benefit of a river delta. The Coast Guard is acutely aware of both the dangers presented by the bar and the fisherman's desire to cross it in hopes of a big catch. Conditions can change from calm to life-threatening in as little as 5 minutes due to changes of direction of wind and ocean swell. Since 1792, approximately 2,000 large ships have sunk in and around the Columbia Bar. Because of the danger and the numerous shipwrecks, the mouth of the Columbia River has acquired a reputation worldwide as the graveyard of the Pacific. But today, we made it.
Get some lines out. See if we can locate the fish. If we're getting them, great. If we're not, we might move a little bit, but we're starting right here in 51 feet. We got a water temperature of 60 degrees. It's a little bit warm, but this is where they've been getting them the last couple of days. We're using Shimano Dakota 600 line counter reels, so we're just gonna let out the line to we'll have some guys fishing really shallow, like 8, 10 on the line counter. Some guys are going to be 15. Some guys are going to be 25, 30. We'll spread them out, cover different depths of water, and, keep people from tangling up. This is called an anchovy helmet, and they're really, really effective, and that's a big anchovy. They put a perfect spin on that bait every time. Stick that head in. Fish on, fish on.
Yeah! Go, Rick!
Before the skipper could get all the lines in the water, Rick has a fish on. The question now is, does it have an adipose fin? The top fin just forward of the tail gets clipped on hatchery salmon, and this fishery requires that all natives be thrown back.
So the dollar for first fish, is that a keeper or?
I don't think that matters. They owe me $1 anyways. We do the first, biggest, and the most, $1 for each. No.
We're gonna be rich by
Can
the
all
time
be the
this is
same
over.
fish,
Oh, this is called an anchovy helmet. Set it.
The anchovy helmet causes the bait to have a rolling action in the water, simulating a crippled anchovy,
nice.
one of the natural food sources of the salmon.
I think we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Well, let him eat it.
During the lull, Andy instructs the fishermen on proper technique.
Then don't set it, just pick it up.
The lull wouldn't last long.
What do we got?
Silver.
We got a double, we got a double.
Coming right in. This is what we call fine slamma jamma. Oh, he's gonna get
Back Andy right there. Is he a goodie?
I don't know, I haven't seen it yet.
I can't see from here.
Still fine.
No bait either.
Has he got a fin? Is he clipped?
This one's good.
He's clipped.
Good job, brother.
First keeper.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a double. Sean's getting his butt kicked here. We got a triple. Horse him. Okay. Really? Got it there?
It's a native silver.
You a good one?
It's a fatty.
Here you see the adipose fin, meaning this is a native run fish and must be returned to the water.
Here he comes.
Rick has his second fish on now.
Whoa! Fast as a boat. I got him. Net. Get a net. Look at this sucker. Here he comes. Oh, no he ain't. Got a mind of his own. Here he comes, buddy. There he is.
I just got my limit on Fatal Flash spinners.
Not even an hour into the friggin' trip.
Not even a half hour, is it?
Sit down and drink beer. You're done.
I'm done.
How many we got on dogs? 1, 3.
3 fish in the box so far, 13 to go. And here they come.
It's the madhouse.
There you go! Hey!
Another double.
Yeah, Molly.
At this rate, we're going to be done before the scopolamine wears off.
Full. Let him full. Keeper? Towards the boat. Keep up with it. Oh, higher. Net. Right here. Keep the ball up. Right, Molly. He's coming in. He's ready. There he is. Yep.
And right at the boat, the fish gets off. We use barbless hooks for salmon, and unfortunately, this happens quite often.
No whole fish in central here. At least we're getting bites. Yeah. There's drag around out here.
Hold it open.
It's a bloodbath.
Grab it.
You only rod in the water.
Somebody oughta. Seeing as how Sean went through all the trouble of catching it. Nice one, Sean.
Oh, it's on the outside.
killing it.
Then the cameraman gets in on the action.
Got him! I got him! Sean, here! It's recording. Oh, I got a big one. Somebody get a net!
No, you're good.
We got salmonzilla.
Zilla? Zilla's here.
Right there, John. I think I just got $1 because that's a keeper.
That is a keeper.
Woo, 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 woo.
I think we should go back to the ball like that. That's a record time.
We got a double.
This one's really here. Give me the net over here.
Yeah, that can go back out, right?
How many pulls?
What do you have this one at 16?
Here, let me see this. Yeah. You got a tiny fish, right?
Yeah, that's a fight.
He's going right to the trolling motor.
Come back over on this side. Get through there.
I think that's a no fin fish too. It just surfaced.
Walk right past me. Let me get down that Oh, you got one!
Fucking time.
No fin.
Ha-ha! And that's a good size one,
Yes,
too.
it is.
Yeah!
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Ha-ha!
I don't care.
With so many doubles going off, line management can become an issue.
It's a damn fish already.
Watch your line, here. Put it right up tight to the boat. Tight to the boat. There you go. Time here, buddy. Keep going. Oh, he's got big.
Flip. The cameraman is done.
Fish on, fish on!
Fish on, fish on.
Spinner on the spinner! It was only in the water 30 seconds! All right, here he comes. Here he comes again!
Oh, no!
There. He's going around. There. Hold on, I gotta get up there. He's around the motor.
I know, Rich is trying to get back here.
Here he comes. Jesus. Ready for the net. Whoa. Is that another net? Oh, okay. Oh, no. That's pretty one that got off the spinner. Sorry, Ann.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
I didn't try to lose him.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
Go.
Do you fear for your safety?
I fear for all of our safety. It's a dangerous world to live in. I wear this to work. I wear it home to work. Sometimes I wear it in the bathtub.
How do you wash around?
I don't. No.
We ran up here north, just off the lighthouse in about 50 feet of water. Got into a good morning coho bite. We put 13 in the box. We probably lost at least that many more. I think Brian knocked 3 or 4 off with a net. And so we need 3 more to get a boat limit. 3 more to get a boat limit, and we've gotten out of the fish a little bit, so we're trolling back and trying to get back into the fish, get our last 3.
And then what are we gonna do?
And then we're gonna head back in, and if we get them in time, we're gonna go back in, drop the fish off, get them cleaned, and maybe go do a little catch and release sturgeon fishing in the river. Down to 1. See a fin on that guy?
No, it's a keeper.
It's a keeper, good.
Keeper. Woohoo!
What time is it? 8:28, and we're done with 16 fish in the box. All hatchery fin clip cohos. Not a bad day of fishing.
It's 8:30 in the morning. We're living it out. We're heading back to town. We're gonna clean some fish, go back out and do some catch and release sturgeon fishing. We slayed them today.
Had an awesome morning. Once again, these guys never fail. They put us right on the fish. We came, we saw, we kicked their ass.
We sure caught the hell out of them. Non-stop action. Fish flash and lures.
Fatal flash.
Fatal flash.
We're heading back in now, got all our limit. We're heading back in, just getting into the bar right now. There's a little bit of outgoing flow, so it's got the edge of the bar a little stirred up here. And I know we're just running at about 5 or 6 footers. And a little easier going this way, following them in than going against them, but all in all, it's not too bad right now.
It takes experience to get across the Columbia River Bar, and skipper Andy Bettner has just that. Still, if you think you might be prone to seasickness, a little scopolamine goes a long way. At the river entrance jetty, we take a quick scenery break. Some harbor porpoises and sea lions loiter around the south jetty. The jetty project was started in 1895 using millions of tons of rock for a pair of jetties that span several miles. Currently, the base of the south jetty is up to 350 feet, with the jetty 76 feet at its highest point. King of the Hill, nature style. Back inside the jetty and it's smooth sailing.
Back to the dock now. We're gonna drop off our fish, take all the salmon trolling rods out of the boat, clean everything up, grab the sturgeon rods, load back up, and go out and catch and release some sturgeon this afternoon.
The Port of Astoria provides a great facility for boaters in the region via the West Mooring Basin. Moorage, fueling, and fish cleaning stations are only the beginning. Limiting out by 8:30 makes for a great day of fishing.
Hey!
Skipper and the deckhand discussing the next leg of the journey, but first there's fish to clean.
Some eggs, Andy.
Yeah. Any eggs that are come out of these, they can be out.
Salmon eggs make great steelhead bait, and fisherman Rick Johnson has asked that any eggs or roe be put aside for him to take home.
Yes. We are fishermen.
Then let's get after it.
totally appreciate your skills.
All right, Skipper, what are we doing here?
We're getting ready to head out, do some catch and release. We popped our limit quick on sturgeon, or excuse me, salmon, so it gives us a chance to go do a little fun fishing here this afternoon. Catch and release sturgeon's been great here the last few weeks, and we got high expectations.
Sturgeon fishing is different than salmon fishing in that you want your bait to stay relatively still on the bottom, and that requires an anchor.
Just getting ready, so when we get up there, got it out of the locker, hang it on the bow. When we get up and we anchor up, we'll anchor off the bow, and we'll also put a stern anchor out just to hold us straight. So, we're ready to go.
We're out of the marina but won't be going into the ocean this afternoon. The sturgeon fishing will be done a little east of the Astoria Bridge.
We're in a little pocket here. There's sand on the right side of us over there, and there's sand on the left side of us over here, and we're in a little ditch between two great big sandbars and a great big flat above us. And as this tide goes out and the water gets shallower, these sturgeon will flush off of the sands and get funneled down into the bottom of this little ditch, and we are going to try to head them off when they wash through here to go back out into deeper water. We're currently at 11 feet, but I'm going to get all the way down into about 5 or 6.
Good thing about this is they can't spool you because they run out of lake. They have to turn around at that point. Really? Remember what I tell you? They can only go so far.
This is a new Olympic event called the anchor toss. The sturgeon are very sensitive. If they feel you pick up the bait, pick up the rod, and move it around, they will drop it. This lead slides free on the line. See how that slides free? Okay, this is a very slick surface. I can move that lead around very easy. If I'm the sturgeon and I bite this bait, I can make that rod tip bounce without moving this sinker. See that sinker just sits there? Same thing, if you move the rod, it moves the bait. If that sturgeon's chewing on the bait and you start moving your rod around, they drop it and go away. They want it to not move. When we put these rods in the rod holders, we set them on the very top edge up here, right at the top, so that when you get the bite, and it's an obvious bite, I mean, if you have to look at your rod and make every little tiny itsy bitsy twitch, you're not. If you have to ask me, am I getting a bite or not, you're not, if you have to ask. When you pick it up, you gotta pick it up gently, slide it straight out. Don't lift it, don't bump it, don't bang it, lift it straight out. You'll feel him work it. He'll bump it and drop it, and he'll bump and drop it, and bump, and bump, but pretty soon it starts to just go down, and then you set the hook. If you come up when he's biting this, if you take your rod and pick it up like this and pull it up, you just pulled that bait right out of his mouth, and he's gonna drop it and go away. So just be easy, easy, easy.
Now, we wait.
Ollie's calling me now. I had screw.
Rick may have sturgeon nibbling on his herring.
Wow, we got a monster.
Oh.
There he is.
Oh, all right, he just come towards the surface there. Here we go.
Holy frick! Pam? Huh?
Look at this, Pam.
I got my big
get him. Get him as far as pitch. Take all he wants, or you'll never get him in.
Got a big old sturgeon. Oh, he's taken.
Hit the clicker. Hit the clicker on this side right here.
I'm on it.
There you go. Then when you take it, you can hear it. What a fighting. Imagine if that was a salmon. How big that would be.
Down here, Brent. You're right in the back.
Oh, there he goes.
I love it when they pull that drag.
Yeah, he ain't having none of this. Holy smoking! That's not me.
He'll turn around when he gets to the sandbar.
200. I got a line to bring in.
Yeah.
Okay, now don't pull up so hard that it makes it slip. So reel down. Then stop. See how we make it slip when you jerk up? Steady and easy. That's a big fish. Just steady.
Might be coming our way.
I'm gonna go up and get some from the bow. Gonna pick him up, get a picture? All right. Nice. A little lower, Brent. I can't see your face. There you go. Nice one.
Our bait is anchovies, and how we hook them for these sturgeon, we take this is a 4/0 hook, slide it right through their gill plates, lay the hook down alongside, and we put it through their gill plates like that, because when these sturgeon come up and maneuver this bait in their mouth, they have crushers in the back of their mouth, and they start crushing this bait, and then that puts the hook right up to usually the roof of their mouth. So then, starting at the top of the hook, just run a series of half hitches, making sure you don't go over the hook, or else it'll tie a knot when you set the hook. Last half hitch, I pull it a little tighter to let it cut into the skin a little bit, and that just holds it on there a little better. That's it. Oh, come back, honey.
There he is. Look at that big bug.
Oh, you got a nice one. That's the size of the one I had.
He sure never fought, and this must be one we already caught. That is. Come in fast.
Get your hands right under behind us, your thumb, where my thumb is, right behind us.
Right
there
there?
you go. Yep, like that. And this is
Smile.
Get a bite. Hopefully it's a big sturgeon.
You yank it out of her mouth.
Yep. In the business, we call that a swing and a miss.
Get it, Panorama.
Pull up, reel down. Pull up, reel down. then you don't wear yourself out as fast. There he is. Nice one.
There he is.
Sometimes the fish aren't quite as eager to pose for a picture as we are.
Go ahead and walk to the back. Brian, take that thing.
Down. What happened to your hat?
Well, you had some power going under the boat.
There he is. There's a nice one.
He's the big one.
Yeah, he is.
God, look at this one.
Walk that right down here, Sean. Reel it as you go. Yep.
Get him?
He's right here, look.
Brian's fish is taking so long that we get doubled up.
Okay, somebody grab it. Go.
Is that Brian? Damn, that's a nice one, Brian.
Just put this here.
Sean, get him up and get a picture. I got it while it was in the water a little bit. You need to have him bring it in and take a shot.
As you can tell, the wind is really starting to buck up here, and it's starting to get pretty rough and choppy. And hey, there's a fish on the back rod there. We're gonna have to call it a day here pretty quick because it's gonna get too rough. And oh, we got a fish on.
Just as the skipper's trying to explain the weather
Is she wearing the
conditions,
belt?
Pamela hooks a big one.
That's the second biggest fish we've had today.
Okay, hold on that rod. He might jump from me.
Oh yeah, we gotta get a picture.
Oh my God.
OMG.
My God.
Yeah, baby. World-class fishing.
It was non-stop action fishing for sturgeon on the Columbia that day.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna take off when I touch him probably, so be ready to keep that rod.
Okay, got it.
Okay, you be careful with that rod.
Got it.
Come over.
I got it.
Nice.
We've got time for a couple more before the wind really starts to pick up. The fishing is just too good to leave this area. Then, when we thought Rich was going to take the biggest fish of the day,
I think he beat you. I think he beat both of you. I think he got the biggest. What's that big? Did he come on?
My record stands.
he got off.
That looks like the biggest
I
one,
guess
didn't
you'll
it?
never know.
All right, well, that's a wrap. Great day, guys. We managed to get a limit of salmon and then turn around and caught probably, I don't know, what, 20 sturgeon today.
At least.
A couple of those were 6-footers. Awesome day here at World Class Fishing.
There we go.
Awesome. Fun day.
What do y'all think of that one?
Awesome fishing, man. Beautiful place. Excellent guides.
World class fishing, baby.
And now a choppy ride back to the dock, then we come out again tomorrow. Day 2. We're changing it up a little bit from yesterday. Joining Andy, John, and myself are my wife Danette, John's wife Karen, and 2 of Andy's clients, Bill Erickson and Billy Tone. Also, we're going to try to catch some Chinook or king salmon. It's still a couple of weeks early for that particular fishery to heat up, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot.
We're gonna go fish the last couple hours of the incoming tide. And I think we're gonna run over the Washington side. We heard there was a pretty good bite going on up there. So we'll be trolling spinners and trolling bait also. I heard it was actually a pretty good spinner bite. There's a lot of bait in the river, a lot of anchovies. And so we want to throw something at him. Looks a little different. And hopefully we'll get into that morning bite this morning.
Our morning fishing will be done upriver from the Astoria Bridge. We're going to drop the rods in the water at varying depths with a variety of tackle in hopes that we'll cover the spectrum and land a few kings.
Take this pin out, this anchovy helmet. Stick this head right inside there as far as it'll go. Put the pin through it. And you take this first hook. You want it to, so it rolls up right against the side of that helmet. On the lateral line, just like that. Just like that. Keep that second hook back about the tail, and that's fishing.
I don't know what he's buying either, so it doesn't make me real comfortable.
Fish this one suspended. We're only going to go to about 20 or so on the line counter.
Feet.
Yeah, 20 feet. With a 22 on this one.
So we vary our depths?
Yeah, we vary the depths from front to back. Fish the deepest rods in the back of the boat, then stagger the lines up, and that way we cover the whole water column. These fish might be along the bottom, but sometimes they're suspended. So if we start getting hit on, say, the middle rods, and we can adjust our other depths on all the other rods to match wherever the fish are running in the water column.
1 or 2 or Yeah. You can have 6 of these.
While we're getting the lines in the water, Andy instructs the fishermen on some of the actions we could take when one of the rods hooks up.
I got
Yeah,
till
when
Monday.
somebody gets one on,
Yeah.
the rest of us got to be very aware of where that fish is, and if it's coming close to your line,
Your bagger on the
you got to
bottom.
pick it up and move it. Billy, you're going to hook one, and it's going to go screaming right underneath Karen.
Yep.
Or Karen may hook one, and it'll go up and around yours and come back down, and you got to be ready to grab your rod.
First pass through and no bites yet, so we're bringing in the gear and repositioning.
What kind of depth are we looking at?
What did he have? Yeah, 40 feet, 30 feet.
We're not the only ones fishing this morning. Not quite as action-packed as yesterday, but at least the weather's cooperating.
We get picky after we got some blood in the cooler. Bill, we haven't heard much out of you.
Me?
Yeah.
He's resting.
Huh?
Getting ready to talk right up here. I thought Andy had a bite a minute ago, but it wasn't big enough. So I didn't bother. Yeah.
You guys are on it. Hey, gang.
After an hour or so, bam! Bill has one.
It's a nice one. It is a nice one.
Oops, we're walking on the line.
Oh, he's pretty.
Oh, you got
your rod?
Yeah, please do.
Look at that pretty fish.
Got it.
I think it's a keeper, ain't it?
Johnny got it.
Yeah.
Andy?
Yes.
Time for Plan B.
Well, the river sucks this morning. We're not catching hardly anything, so we're gonna take advantage of this nice weather and run out to the ocean and try to finish up a limit of cohos like we did yesterday. We're just gonna switch over some gear right now to for a special gear for coho.
We've just made it out into the ocean now. We're coming up on buoy 4 where we can start fishing. It's a little bumpy coming out. We had probably, 6-8 footers crossing the bar. Not white capping or anything, so it was just bumpy is all, and catch a little spray over the side, but we're getting pretty close to where we're gonna start fishing, and hopefully we'll get these fish quick before I get seasick.
Won't be long now.
I think so. Get that out of my...
Yep, little guy.
Little tiny baby.
Bring him up home. I'll detach.
Is he still on?
Coming right at us.
Oh, he's another little tiny one.
Okay, reel them in.
Now that the ladies have gotten the little ones out of the way, it's time to fill some tags. The silvers may not be as big as the kings, but they make up for it in volume. Buoy 4 marks the fishery boundary and provides a dry rest stop for some sea lions. A little slow on day 2, but a cap to a great weekend of fishing on the Columbia River. Thanks to Captain Andy Bednar and First Mate John Weed. We'll see you next time.